Wow, look at that. I got a like already. You guys are awesome. Shadow, what's up? Rick M. Rich, how you doing, Rich? George Watts. Wild Bill. Good to see you guys, man. So what are you guys doing on this gloomy, gloomy Monday night? Anything going on? JCB, what's up? Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what YouTube wants. They won't let me change my thumbnail. I don't know. I haven't figured it out. But whatever. We'll just keep muddling through. So we'll do a camera check here. See what you guys think. So this is the old rafter cam. Now that I've got good lighting in here, how does this look? Not too bad compared to, I'll keep swapping back and forth here. So you guys can tell me, you know, how much clearer one is than the other, that kind of stuff. I think this camera's lagging, and you guys can tell me if it is. David, what's up? Good to see you, man. Dana RC. NFL football's on. Well, you know, are you an RC guy or a football guy? You know, I mean, come on. Yeah, where are your priorities? So this is the old. Well, this is the brand new camera. This is the camera. Well, it's a couple of years old now, but it's the new camera. And it's lagging a little bit, right? My voice isn't with my mouth, or is it? Yeah, okay, so this one's lagging. That's what I thought. All right. And then this is the old rafter cam. Well, not the really, really old rafter cam. The original rafter cam was that K2 Hobby King K2 GoPro copy camera, which at the moment I don't even know where that thing is at. I've lost that one. I don't even know where that's at. I forgot all about that one. That was the original rafter cam. And then I shuffled this to the shelf. This is the laptop. So I put the laptop on the shelf and closed the lid of 45 to get the new rafter cam when I bought this camera. So, not this camera, but this camera. So, and then I changed the settings trying to make the stream smoother, and that's why it's lagging. So let me see, can I fix this while we're streaming? I think I can. Let me give this a shot while we're farting around here. Why the hell not? What do you think? What the hell? So let me go here and yeah. So let me see if I can change this setting here. See if that makes any difference. So we'll change the resolution. So, yeah, that's much better. All right. So, oh, no, I gotta stretch it out now. Okay. So now, no more lag, right? Yeah, it's right on. Is the picture quality as good now? Did the picture quality change? What do you think? Is this all right? Craig Beaven, what's up? Mike Bird, good to see you. Who else is here? David Snyder. Well, who else? Roland, what's up, Roland? Good to see you guys. Man, it's awesome to see you guys. Looks great. Thank you, Wild Bill. All right, so all right, now it's not lagging, and it still looks okay. So maybe that'll help the stream now, because it'll move a little faster. I think it brought it in a little closer too. Aren't I a slight bit bigger now? I mean, didn't it zoom me in a little bit? Doesn't look like it doesn't look like I'm out in left field now. Bus driver, before you break it, quit pushing buttons. Now, what fun would that be? Come on, this is the shit show. If I don't screw it up, what the hell? I'll lose my title, man. I don't want to lose my title. Oh my God. Check 6, what's up? Who else is here? How many we got here now? Let me look. Oh yeah, that's even transitioning faster now. So yeah, that's much better. Yeah, we got 12 in the room. 6 likes. Oh, come on, guys. Let's step it up. You only have wire on your boxes from the lights. I only have wire on my box. Are you talking to me? What? Great advice from Shadow. What did Shadow say? Boy, it was a while ago. Got to back way up. Oh, about me pushing buttons, yeah. Oh my God, that's hilarious. There we go. Now we're talking. We're up to 10 likes. You know, we lost a viewer though. Somebody got mad at me and left. Oh, he's back. So, spell check changed glare to wire for some reason. Yeah, I love that spell check. I guess you're working from your phone. Is that what you're doing? Yeah, those are a riot. They're always screwing it up. Maiden here tomorrow or Wednesday. What are you maidening, Shadow? What plane you doing? The Husky? Oh, awesome, man. Good job. What is next for the shop? Well, oh God, I don't know. It's a toss-up right now. Do I run some wiring, get the main panel in, and get some outlets so I can get rid of all these damn extension cords that are just running wild through here? Or do I want to build a wall? A couple walls. I want to build a wall over here by these boxes, but farther out. This is too close. I want this room bigger. So I might do that, because then when I run the conduit, I can run it around and put it in the wall. I don't know. I think might do the wiring first, so I can get off the extension cords and start cleaning this up in here. If I get the main panel, at the very least, I can take the extension cord that's running all the way to the house and just have a outlet come right out of the main box and plug in there instead of all the way over at the house. And then from there I can start running conduit. You know, so I thought if I put this wall in over here, what could happen is I'm going to put electrical boxes, plug on both sides of the wall, because the outside of the wall is going to be automotive, car stuff, and battery chargers for power tools. I've got an electric ratchet and drills and all kinds of stuff. So I'll have chargers plugged into the wall on the outside wall, and then on the inside wall I can do the same thing, have more chargers or whatever, and then I can start running the lights up over top and stuff. So I may do that next, at least get the power in the building, and then I can branch it out as I go from there. So yeah, that might be the next thing I do, I'm thinking. So I got to start building some walls, and I'm going to build 2 more plane racks for now. That'll get 14 more planes off the floor, and that'll do for now until I start parking cars in here, because these other 4 racks are going to be hanging over cars, and that'll get them all off the floor. And then once I get this room built, the 5 racks. The 5 new racks that I'll have built, I've got 3 now, I'm going to build 2 more. So those 5 racks will come inside this room along this wall. They'll be inside the hobby room. But I gotta run all the conduit first, and then put all the drywall up. The frame, got to put a frame up, and then the drywall up, insulate it, and then put the ceiling in, and then I can put. I'm going to put can lights in the ceiling so that there's nothing hanging down from the ceiling. And I thinking about putting an air conditioning vent in the ceiling. A register just flush with the ceiling. I don't want anything hanging off the ceiling. I don't want any ceiling fans or lights or anything hanging off the ceiling, because it's going to be a low ceiling. So I figure if I don't have anything hanging off of it, it'll be okay. Be pretty good. So John Graham, what's up? Good to see you. Mickey, what's up? So anyway, so that's kind of what's on the plan here coming up. I brought my new toolbox over, my Cobalt box from Lowe's. So now I've got a place to store tools. I had tools laying all over the floor in here, but now I'm putting them away. And say aluminium? Is that what you want me to say? Aluminium or aluminum? Aluminium. That's not what you wanted to hear. You wanted me to say aluminum. Yeah, I'm not putting a meter on the garage. I'm coming right off the house, the main power out there, so it's going to go through the meter. I've already got a meter out on the pole, and then that meter, there's a giant main fuse box, breaker box out on the pole under the meter, and then it feeds the house. And then there's a separate line going to the barn, and then there's a separate line going to the air conditioning unit on this side of the house. And I'm just going to pick off the air conditioner 220 line and bring it into on a 100 amp breaker into my main panel here. And then I'll wire everything in here, 110 on all. I will have one 220 outlet for welding, but if I'm going to weld, I'll just turn the air conditioning off. Make sure they're not trying to run at the same time, and everything should be fine. If I'm doing any welding, I ain't going to be doing it for very long. I'm not going to build a car in here. A little repair here or there. I made the longest I could possibly have the AC off for would be an hour. Yeah, exactly, Wild Bill. So it'll be 100 amp service into here. And then, like I said, I'm just going to pick it off the 100 amp service for the air conditioning unit, and and then I'll just make sure I don't run the welder and the air conditioner at the same time. That's easy. So, I mean, I don't even have to go out to the main pole. I can just go over here and flip the breaker on the AC to make sure it doesn't come on while I'm welding, and then when I'm done welding, I'll go out and turn it back on. Well, Craig, I'm probably just going to extend the wire right out of there. No, the breaker on the main panel is 100 amp. Okay, so I'm probably not going to pick off of a breaker in the box. I'm just going to run the wire, piggybacked over to here, and I'll have a 100 amp breaker in this box. So if I'm doing anything out here that's going to trip a 100 amp breaker, it'll probably trip this one first, but if not, it'll go out to the pole and trip that one. So there'll be 2 breakers to everything in here for safety, and then there'll be a breaker on every strip of, however many outlets I put on each one. There'll be a breaker for each, probably a 20 amp breaker on every outlet. And then the welder will be on a 100 amp breaker. So that'll be 3 breakers, because there'll be a 100 amp breaker in the box, 100 amp breaker on the pole. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, it depends. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. So, Rando Vision, Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. No, Shadow, listen, I've been doing this for a long time. First of all, I'm going to kill the power on the box out there, so I'm not going to be working in here live while I'm running wire. I've told this story before. I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but my old house in Holiday, before I moved here, I built a garage on the back of it. And it was a small garage, 21 by 21. And to do it, I had to move the main breaker boxes on the back of the house. The main power, the meter can and everything was on the back of the house. And I had to move it to the side of the house because the meter guy can't come read the meter if it's in the garage. So they made me move it. So, and I had to supply everything. I don't know if you guys have done any electrical work. I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but here in Florida, you have to supply everything, including 3 feet of wire coming out of the weatherhead. That's the pole goes up through the roof or down the side of the roof, whatever, up in the air, and then there's a weatherhead on it, and I had to have 3 feet of wire coming out of the weatherhead and everything else. I had to buy the meter can, I had to buy the box, I had to buy everything and wire it myself. And then run the wires from the new box on the side of the house. Inside the garage, I had to put a new breaker panel because this house was so old it had fuses. So I had to make a new main panel right opposite the meter can, and then I had to run wire out to the new garage and wire that for power. And then I had to run the main wire from the new breaker box over to the old fuse panel. And then now the fuse panel is the sub panel. The new panel is the main. The meter can's on the outside. So I did all that myself. And on the final inspection, I had 2 previous inspections from a couple of boneheads that gave me wrong advice. Not bad advice. I mean, all I did was make my stuff better, but I didn't need to do it. And then I had the main guy come out to do an inspection, and he's looking at everything, he's checking everything, and he looks at me and he says, "Did you do all this yourself?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he's like, "Wow." And he's looking around, and he went outside and he came back in and he says, "Did you really do all this work yourself?" I just kind of giggled and I said, Yes, sir. And so he's looking around some more, and he's just checking everything, and he looks. Did you really do all this? Okay, hold on. Why do you keep asking me that? What's wrong? What did I screw it up? What? And he says, no, man. He says, I've been doing this for 30 years. This is the best work I've ever seen. What do you do for a living? I said I work at Home Depot in the flooring department. And he says, well, you should be in the electrical department, or you should be a journeyman for an electrician, because, dude, this is the best work I've ever seen. And I was like, wow, thank you. So yeah, I kind of got it. I'm a little better than the guy on Down Periscope. I think, I've got this electrical shit nailed. So I'm just going to do the same stuff. I've already been to the Home Depot, looked at, I think I'm going with an Eaton box. The breakers are a good price. It's good quality. Eaton's a good company. My dad used to work for Eaton. So I think I'm going to go with the Eaton box for the main panel in here. I think I'm going to use my old panel for the outside shutoff coming into the garage. I only need, there's a two double breaker, which actually, I have the breaker right here. So it's a dual twin breaker box, and the one of the lug burnt up in the box, but the other one's fine. And I only need one switch. I need 100 amp, breaker in that box. So I'm going to put that box on the outside of the building with the 100 amp breaker in it, coming off the air conditioner, and that'll be the safety shut off. If the fire department comes here and they want to kill the power to the building, they just go over that box, open it, and shut it off. So I'm going to reuse that box, but this is only I think this is a 60 amp breaker. So I got to replace this 60 with 100 to put in that box and mount it on the side of the building. And then there'll be the main panel inside the building opposite that box on the outside. I don't know, Craig, if it might be aluminum. I'm not sure. It's not copper for sure. It's either aluminum or some kind of steel. It burnt up. One of the lugs burnt up. I don't know why. Like I said, so it's a dual box to take two of these, but I can only use one now, and that's all I need. So yeah, right, Randy. So and we were still allowed to use aluminum here because I went to I was at Lowe's, and I told him, I says, listen, I need 100 amp service. I need wire. And he showed me both. The copper, I think, was 7 something a foot, and I need about 50 feet. And the aluminum, which was much bigger, it's going to need a bigger piece of PVC, was only like $1.60 a foot. So it was a $6 difference. So that's like a $300 difference total. So I decided I think I'm going to go with the aluminum. It's still legal here, so. Yeah, exactly, Randy. Yeah. Yeah, I almost fell over when he told me how much the copper shit was. I was like, what else you got? He said, well, we got the aluminum. But it was like, the copper 100 amp service was like the size of, one of those heavy duty extension cords. It was heavy duty, but oh my God, the aluminum shit was almost the size of a soda can. I'm like, God damn. So I was shocked to see that. I had no idea. Wow. So, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. So, Yeah, yeah, exactly. Anything copper, open your wallet. So, and listen, guys, there's not going to be any heavy duty shit going on in here. You know, I've got a wire feed welder. That's 100. That's a 120, you know, volt setup, and then I've got a old Lincoln arc welder, stick welder. You know, and that's what I need the 100 amp service for. Well, I don't even need 100 amp service for that. I think that thing will only draw 60 or 80. I think. I don't think it does 100, but you know, I don't do very much welding. You know, I don't break shit like that. I'm not going to try to jump my real car over a barbed wire fence. So, yeah, me doing any real welding is, you know, just doesn't happen very often. Oh, wow. 50 feet of 2-aught copper. Oh, God. How long ago was that, Bill, and how much was it? Yeah. So anyway, so that's what's coming next. You know, I've got a lot of good lighting in here right now. Plenty. You know, I've got good lighting right here because I hung this light. It's only about 8 feet high, maybe, and it's a 60-watt, 6,000 lumen LED, single fluorescent tube looking, 4-foot tube LED, 6,000 lumen, and then 60 watts. So so that's giving me why we have great lighting now here is because it's only 8 foot high. It's right over the television. It's just shining right on me. No shadows going on. You know, we're just it's the cleanest setup I have so far. And then I have two more of the same lights up high, hanging off the ceiling. You know, which is 15 feet in the air. And they do a great job of just illuminating the whole building. I mean, you can see in here beautiful. It's not like surgical. It's not bright like this, but it's well lit. You can see everything. So that's temporary. I mean, when I'm done, there'll be at least 4 of those lights just on that half of the garage, because this half is all going to be enclosed. So I'm not hanging any highlights over this half, because this is all going to have, you know, enclosure with lights inside. So it'd be stupid to hang lights over this. What am I going to do? Light the roof? You know, there's no point. So I'm going to put 4 lights on that half up high, and then maybe I might do a low one like this over the workbenches over here against this back wall where the toolboxes will be. So I might add a light there, and then yeah, that's how this is going to go. Yeah, yeah, so I could get it. You know, UPS is hilarious. So they told me they don't need me because they don't have anything for me. And then they called me Saturday morning and wanted me to go to work. I missed the call. I would have gone if I'd have gotten the call. I would have gone. But so she calls me. I haven't even talked to a woman yet. I haven't talked to anybody yet. I've been getting text messages. But somebody finally called me, and I missed the call. And she said in the message she left, "I need a helper today. If you're interested, call me back. Listen, I'm in a hurry. Need a helper quick." Well, that ain't gonna happen because I can't get there quick. So first person that says yes is going to get the work. So call me back. And so I thought I was done with UPS because the guy told me he didn't need me. I looked too far away, and then she calls trying to get me to come to work. Okay, whatever. And I knew that was going to happen. I was expecting the call Saturday. I just was expecting it very early, you know. Last year when I worked, I was getting messages very early in the morning, 5 or 6. They wait till 5 minutes to 11 to call me. They probably want me there at 11:15. It's going to be 12:30 by the time I get there. If you're going to call me at 11, I'm not getting there till 12:30. Yeah, John, you couldn't absolutely say it. You couldn't have said it any better. The management is absolutely horrible. Nobody has any idea what the other person's doing. Nobody talks to each other. They don't know what anybody's doing. I mean, when I went over there to start my first day at work, nobody even knew I was coming over there or that they had hired me. They were like, "Well, who are you? And why are you here?" And I'm like, "Because I got a text message from you on my phone that said to be here at 11 o'clock on Wednesday to go to work, not orientation. I'll be on a truck." And nobody knew anything about it. Okay, so, Yeah, I did, Mickey. I told you that that's what's going to happen, and it did. I don't know. I think I was out here at 11 o'clock in the garage, and my phone was in the house, and that's why I missed the call. I'm not a guy that walks around with a cell phone all the time. If I'm cutting grass or working on a car, I don't have my phone. The phone's in the house. And a lot of times I'll leave the house on my way to the flying field and realize, oh, I forgot my phone. Well, screw it. I'm not turning around to go back to get my phone. I don't need it that bad. It's not that big a deal. I don't live with my phone. Jeff in Lower Alabama, what's up? See, I come from the old days when we had a dial rotary phone hanging on the wall in the kitchen. It was black, Bakelite, with a dial on it. You stuck your finger in the hole and you did this, and it would go click, 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 and then you click, 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 and you dialed a number, and there's no answering machine. So if you're not home and somebody calls, you just miss the call, and you don't know they called. There's no answering machine. That's how I grew up, guys. This technology today, where everybody's walking around with their phone in their hand, they can't walk 2 steps, getting every call, and this thing is, if I have it with me, great. If I don't care. It's not the end of the world. I'll get the call when I get home. Not a big deal. I think I've only ever turned around once to get my phone. I was going somewhere, and I was going to need my phone. But other than that, if I have it, I have it. If I don't, I don't. Don't care. So that I missed the call, and I couldn't believe they called me at 11. I was awake and by my phone at like 7. And that's when I was expecting some, either a text message or a phone call, and didn't get one. So I came out here and started working out here, and then somebody calls. They called at 11. I'm like, whatever. So. When mine rings, my blood pressure is sideways. Yeah, I just ignore my phone. Usually it's nobody calling me that I know. And if it's not, I don't answer it. So, George, are you talking about, what are you getting, your hip replacement or a knee replacement? What are you getting done? I think it's a hip, right? Yeah, my ex-wife just had that done I don't know, a year ago or something, and she's getting ready to have the other one done. Um, yeah, she was walking on it like 2 hours after surgery. You know, as soon as the Novocaine or whatever, not Novocaine, but you know what I mean, the nerve deadening wore off, they had her up walking around. So um, I think she went home the next day. I don't think she went home that day. I think she went home the next day. Yeah, his hip replaced. Yeah. Did you have it done already, George, or? Yeah, John, we got on a party line accidentally. Somebody switched our, we always had our own private line, and and then all of a sudden we were getting the goofy rings, and I pick up the phone and somebody's talking, and I'm like, "What the hell's going on here?" So, so we called the phone company. And, we're sorry. We somebody switched it over to a party line. We'll switch it back. We're sorry. I don't know how that happened. I'm like, well, I don't either. But we definitely aren't paying for a party line. We have a private line, so you need to put it back. But yeah, for about, I think it was only about a day we had the party line thing, which was funny as shit. I'd never seen that before. I'd heard of it. I just had never experienced it, and I thought it was pretty funny. So it's starting to rain. It's been threatening to do that all day. Yeah, so not till February, huh, George? Wow. Yeah, we had a lot of firsts. I grew up in the right time frame when the first color TV came out. We were one of the first ones on the block to have a color TV. A black and white TV. We were one of the first ones on the block to have a. And I had those TVs forever. Because I wouldn't let them get rid of them. I just loved the antiqueness of them. Um, I did keep one, just the cabinet. I gutted it, but it was such a beautiful cabinet that I kept the cabinet. It's in the house. Um, and for years, I went and bought a small portable TV and just slid it in the back. Brought it up flush with the front, and it looked like a console, a nice wood console TV. And did that for years. And now these, that was when we had the, you know, square configuration. Now we have these wide screens where they don't fit in there worth the shit. They don't. They just look stupid in there. So I stopped doing that. I'm probably gonna put doors on it and make it into some kind of maybe a TV stand, or I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But it's just such beautiful wood. I couldn't throw it away. So I'll make something out of it. Yep. Yep. A TV was a nice piece of wood back in those days. Yeah, we had a couple of beautiful wood TVs, and I still have a Magnavox wood stereo, a big, long console that you would put behind the couch. It was it would sit right across the length of the couch on the backside, and one of the very first solid state rigs. And I still got a couple of tube stereos too. Um, but this is the first solid state, you know, and I fixed it recently, and then it had, the legs were mounted in particle board, and the particle boards just rotted. They're, you know, the these things are shit, 50 years old. So I had already put plywood on the one side and fixed it. Now I got to do the other side. The other side fell a couple years ago. Had some foam airplanes stacked on top of it. I didn't think they were that heavy. And, you know, they were in the boxes, but apparently it was enough to break the other side. So I'm going to get that out of the living room and fix that side with plywood, and then it'll be good as new. But, yeah, it still plays, you know, records, 45s, 78s, and 33s. And it's got the record auto feed. You know, you can put like a stack of 7 or 10 on there, and it'll, you know, play the whole album and then go to the next album and play. So it does all that. It's got an AM/FM stereo in it, and yeah, it's a nice piece of furniture. Another nice piece of beautiful wood furniture. So yep. Well, Bill, 33. I guess technically it's 33 and a third. I guess, I don't know, something goofy. Yeah, 12 kids sitting on the floor. Yeah, that was how I did it. Fred, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for the text message, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I was 9 years old, watching our old black and white TV. Watched the first moon landing on that TV. I remember that like yesterday. That was the coolest thing ever. Sitting in front of our wood console TV, black and white TV, watching them walk on the moon. Yeah, I'm showing my age. You know what? It's just a number. Who cares? Yeah, summer of '69. Tinfoil aerial antenna. Yeah, we used to do that too. Oh, my dad was, you know, he's such a big football nut that, you know, as soon as they came out with that rotary antenna thing where you could turn the antenna on there, oh man, he had to have that. Holy crap. Man, he went right out and bought that sumbitch, came home, put it on the roof. So our antenna could turn around, so he could get the Cleveland Browns. So it was when we were living in Ohio. He could get the Cleveland Browns no matter where. If they were playing out of, you know, at home or whatever, he would turn the antenna and get a feed from someplace far enough away that they're still showing it. And he'd get to watch all the games. He didn't miss a football game ever. You guys remember the old Zenith 4-button push button remote thing that, you know, the button would click when you pushed it down? Big, long, you know, hard buttons, and you push them and they go click. Yeah, my buddy used to build the Heathkit radios. You know, the radios we flew with. You know, he had one. You know, I was talking about a single stick radio, and I can't find mine. He had a single stick radio that looked like a walkie-talkie. It was real thin, It was a Heath kit. He built it, but it was you would hold it in one hand and work the throttle on the side, just like cradling it if it was the other one. And the stick, the single stick, was in the middle of the radio, which had your elevator, aileron, and rudder on it, and the throttle was on the side, and then there were switches on it. But it looked like a walkie-talkie. It was a real narrow, tall radio, and of course it had the big long antenna coming out of it. But it was really cool looking, and he built that, and yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, yeah. Bring back some old memories, huh? Yep, the tube checker. Yep, I remember doing all that myself. Yep. Go in there and you got to click this knob to here and this one to here, and go down, find the one that your tube fits in, plug it in, make sure you got everything, and then you push the button and the needle would come over and tell you good or bad. And then if it was bad, it would tell you what number tube you need, and they were all in the case below, and you open the door and look for your number. And yep. Remember doing that for years. I still have a stereo in the house. It was my grandmother's, and it's got tubes in it. It's a record player. It's an AM radio record player, no FM. It's just an AM, and that's in a beautiful cherry wood cabinet. Beautiful cherry wood. So, but it's got tubes in it. So you turn it on, you got to wait for it to warm up. It takes about 5 minutes before it play anything. You gotta let it warm up. Yeah, we are old. Yeah, well, Bill, there was, they pop up all the time on Marketplace, and sometimes on Craigslist, and even on eBay. Somebody's selling a tube checker. They want a fortune for it. They obviously know that collectors want them, so you're not going to get one cheap. But yeah, we were just looking at one not too long ago. Jackson RC, what is up? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, George, it's funny you say that. A buddy of mine that at the old field I was flying at, he built this little. It only has, I think, one tube, and it's only about, I don't know, maybe a 6-inch by 6-inch square with a tube coming out of the middle of it, and it's a special tube you got to get for the best quality sound. And so he built this whole thing from plans. And then he built a set of headphones from other plans, the best, speakers and everything, to get the best quality. And then he pumps in a feed from something I think it's called the barber shop. And what it is You hear you just close your eyes, you put the headset on, and you listen, and you'd swear you're sitting in a barbershop, and you hear the door open and the little bell rings over there, and then you hear the footsteps as they walk past you going that way, and then he's cutting the hair, your hair, and you hear the scissors here, and then they come around over here, and people are talking, and they're all over the shop. Their voices are coming, and it's an amazing experience to sit there and listen to all this going on. That sounds like you're literally there. It's just so perfect. There's no static or any kind of feedback noise, nothing fuzzy, nothing. It's perfect, and it's amazing to listen to. So, yeah, we were out the flying field one day, and we took a break from flying, and everybody was taking a turn at listening to this setup, and it was pretty amazing. So, and he was talking about how hard it is to find these tubes, that nobody makes them anymore, but I guess somebody now in China has decided has copied an original tube and is now reproducing it just for these, hobby electrical guys that want to build that special little, player to play audio files in that crystal clear. Can you hear the rain, guys? Who is the Leo in the room? I don't know. Leo, Leol. Sergeant Friday. Oh, that's funny. So, guys, there's a video going to be coming out probably tomorrow. You don't need to watch it. It's not about RC. It's a wardrobe, a closet. I talked about it a little bit on one of my other shows. The ex wanted some more closet space, and so she showed me a couple of different ones, and I said, "Get that one. That's the one that's going to work good. That's a good design. I like it." So she bought two of them, and it's all 3/4 inch aluminum tube, thin wall aluminum tube with. It looks just like PVC stuff, but it's not. Yeah, I'm coming out of the closet. Yep, it's cheaper plastic than PVC, but it's the same size and same kind of corners, and then there's a few different things that you can't get in PVC. But so you build this whole thing. It's 80 inches long. It's 16 inches deep, and I think it's about probably 60 inches tall, I'm guessing. And then there's a big cover that goes down over it that zips down the middle and out, so you can open it up. It's got this beautiful vinyl cover that goes over it that's got a little trim at the top, and so you lift the trim up to get to the zippers. You pull the zippers back to make it open this way, and then down, and then you can just roll the whole thing back, and you have access to the whole thing. So when we were looking at them, she read the reviews, and everybody was bitching that this thing was a pain in the ass to put together. Well, it goes together just like all my plane racks. So I already knew how it went together. So I'm like, well, that's not going to be hard. You know, that's why I told her to buy it. So I did a build video, how to put this thing together. I got to edit it yet. I'll probably edit it tomorrow. It's going to rain all day tomorrow, so I'm going to be stuck in the house. I'll be doing some editing. And I'll probably do some editing on the Lancaster plane also. But yeah, so anyway, when you see the feed come up for that, you don't have to watch it. It's not. It probably won't be very interesting to you. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just letting you know that it's not going to be an airplane related video, but I think I'm going to get a lot of hits off of it. This seems to be a pretty popular wardrobe closet, and I think once there's I've looked on YouTube and nobody's doing a build video. A bunch of people have done reviews on similar, not this exact one, but on similar, but nobody shows you how to put it together. So I've gone through it and showed them all the tips and tricks, how to tell which way it goes so you don't get confused. I could see how it could be confusing, but now that I've got it all sorted out, they should build it. It should be a breeze for everybody to build, you know. And they do try to make it pretty easy, but people aren't paying attention, and they're, you know, I don't think the instructions made that clear either. It's two different color aluminum tubes. There's green tubing, like a lime green, and orange tubing. And all the orange tubing goes horizontal. So if it's orange, it goes in the thing horizontal. If it's green, it's vertical. So once you get that, because the instructions are in black and white, that wasn't very smart. Once you know that all the horizontal stuff is orange, and you know that if you're putting something together and it's horizontal, you know it's orange. And if it's vertical, you know it's green. And then on the plastic pieces, if there's a hole through it, all the way through, you know, it might have, I think one of them has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to plug the aluminum into. But there's a hole drilled through one, you know, between those two. It goes straight through. Well, that's the vertical. So if it's got a hole, green goes in it. Okay? If it's anything else that's blocked off, that's orange. So those two tips is going to make it 100 times easier for them to put it together. Knowing that make sure you put the green tube in the one with the hole through it, and the orange tube goes in the others. And knowing that the green tubes are vertical and the orange tubes are horizontal is 9/10 the battle. You know, after that, it should be a pretty easy build. So you guys can laugh and make fun of it when you watch it. Barry, what's up? How you doing tonight, man? Bill Shepard, what's up? Wow. Yeah, wardrobe closet. Yeah. Jet Tecton, what's up? Good to see you guys, man. So I spent most of the day. I got my brand new Tundra that I had to buy because I bought some parts and it wasn't free shipping, so I threw that in to get the free shipping. So I finished putting that together today. It was all together. I just hadn't set up the radio, and I hadn't balanced the prop. So I finally found, I couldn't find my prop balancer. I finally found my prop balancer. So I balanced the prop on that and put that all together so that the flaps are all where I like them, and everything's set up, everything's zeroed out, set up, working perfect. The thrust reverse works. So that's all ready to fly. That baby's ready to go. And then I worked on the Lancaster some more. I'm still balancing the, you got 4 props on that thing, but they're way out of balance. So I gotta finish balancing those props, but I also have to finish adjusting the prop shafts. They're not, 3 of them are not spinning true. Brian Chambers, what's up? Good to see you, man. They're wobbly. The shafts are out of round. They're not spinning true, and so I want to break the set screws loose and reposition them if I need to, or whatever I got to. Maybe they ran one screw in real tight on one side first, which pulled it crooked, and then ran the other one in. I don't know. There's 2 set screws on them, so I'm just going to go back over the 3 that aren't spinning right and see if I can't get them straighter and finish balancing the props, and then that's ready to fly. Everything else is done. I glued all the turrets and guns and all that and put the radio in it, bound it up, checked all the surfaces, everything's working, and so I just got to finish up with the prop shafts and the props, and we're ready to fly that one. So 2 down and a dozen more to go. Now, probably not a dozen, but yeah, I've got some more. So the next thing I'm going to fix are the retracts on my big, my folding wing Corsair. I'm going to put the new FMS retracts in it. Okay, so something just zipped by I missed. What happened here? Oh, so Bill, you made some of my original stands? Yeah? Good. Well, thank you, man. I'm glad they worked out for you. Yeah, I've got 4 of them sitting here. I got 4 of the 8-planer ones here. I got to bring 2 4-plane racks over from the other garage. I got to bring them over. They're all going to hang above cars once I start bringing cars in here. And then my new racks. I don't know if you've seen those, Bill, but I've got new design racks now too. Just takes up less space. So John, what's this rain light thing you got to link up for? What's this for? Is that for growing pot or what? What is what exactly? It's cool looking. What exactly is it for? What is? Oh wow, that's now I'm looking at the picture with it in a living room. Wow, that's crazy looking. Uh-oh. My computer's having a senior moment. Please stand by. I don't think it's... oh, it might be my... I got to put batteries in this damn thing. Yeah, there it goes. Took 5 hours and 2 kids. I guess you do love her. Man, if you went through all that for her, man, you must really love her. GB just dropped a cat toy video. That's funny. His random review show. Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, Ron. I can help you out with you. You know, in Pilot Ryan's show the other night, you asked if anybody knew how to set up a Spectrum radio with a Taranis. I can help you with that. So if you still need help with that, I'm your guy. I can help you with that. His man card is revoked. Not you, Ron. Not you, Ron. Ron. Okay, it was a different Ron then. Okay. All right. That's funny because it was the same green R Ron that asked the question. So I guess that's a generic thumbnail because it was funny. There was a Ron with a green R just like you in Ryan's show. So, but not you. So okay, never mind. False alarm. Litz, what's up? Good to see you, man. Oh, good to hear that, John. I'm glad you guys. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like this. So Gooniac's getting ready to go on here. You guys all gonna head over to Gooniac's show? Okay, cool, Jeff. All right. So I'm going to be shutting this down in a couple minutes. If you guys got any last minute comments, questions, insults, throw them now because we're running out of time. You're welcome, George. Yeah, no problem. And I was going to go live earlier. I thought it was only going on 8 o'clock. And I was going to go on at 8. And I missed an hour somewhere. Paul, is Ray already on? No problem, Fred. You know I'd do this for you. Yep, same here, Mike. Happy Christmas. Have a great New Year. I'm sure I'll be on. I forget what day it is, but what's Christmas? Friday? I'll be on that Thursday for sure. Oh, Saturday's Christmas. So, yeah. So the 23rd, I'll be on the 23rd, and if nobody's doing live on Christmas, I'll be doing that one too. I don't know if Ryan's going to do a Christmas show or not, but if he doesn't, I will for sure. So, actually, JCB, I bought two of those trucks last year and the year before. One last year, one the year before, and they were cheaper then than they are now. So I do have two of those granite voltage trucks. It's a great buy. You know, they're on sale again right now for I think $89, which is still a great deal. Um, so yeah, I already have two of them. I'm not buying another one. Two's enough. Great little truck, great fun, great price. You know, if you want to get into some surface stuff cheap, that's the one to go to, man. That's awesome. So, what am I getting myself for Christmas? I don't know. Nothing. I guess my Lancaster is my Christmas present. I can't think of anything else I'm getting. I know the ex isn't getting me anything. She never does. So, um, yeah, I guess the Lancaster is my Christmas present. All right, let me shut this down so you guys can go over to Ray's show, and I'll be talking with you guys later. All right. So have a great night, guys. We'll see you over in Ray's. Talk to you later.